Good morning, AP Lit kids. Today, I'm going to take you into strategic setup of a Q2 battle station. And this is going to be part of your assignment between today and tomorrow. You need to do this. I want to see a photo of it to get credit. You will use this battle station to then answer any and all Q2s that we practice. You will refine your battle station, you will adapt your battle station, and you will overcome any kind of issues, problems you may have prior to the test. You don't want to be doing your timed Q2 and realize, oh crap, I didn't set up an effective battle station, and now I'm going to do poorly and waste a lot of time. No. So there's a box of tissues in your battle station. Any of you who are going to cry during this assignment or during your essay, have tissues ready so that you can just blubber in them and move on. Obviously, your computer. You will have a list of any and all of the kinds of ideas you're going to analyze throughout, and we covered many of these. I think we covered all of them pretty well in class. Feel free to add to them, but that list should be somewhere where you could see it. So when you decide how to break down your the prose piece that they give you, you will know exactly what you're looking for in each. You should have a list of strong verbs. You don't want to be saying do's and shows and any forms of to be. You don't want to be using vague diction, it, this, any of those sorts of things. So you want to have a list, like what's on the front of my classroom that you can't see right now, but many of you, I drilled it into your skulls, so come up with that. You also want to have some sort of a note on a concise introduction and at least one or two solid examples of a thesis that you can quickly look to in case you get a little bit, experience test freeze or any brain freeze, any of those sorts of things. Next, any Q2s that you wrote this year, especially the really good ones, highlight the thesis. Highlight some very good or mature transitions. Highlight anywhere you dealt with a shift. Highlight good support that you tied in. Highlight a closing. Remember, your closing, if it's 2 sentences long, it's adequate. Your body paragraphs are going to get you the kind of score you're going to earn on this. So make sure that you get to those body paragraphs and put your focus there. You should have your literary terms. That's a packet of probably close to 100 terms. It doesn't make sense to have that entire packet out where you're going to waste time, so you may want to make another literary terms packet, just focusing on the words that you're not so sure of. Diction terms. Remember, you frame a type of diction. Is it colloquial diction? Is it jingoistic diction? Is it figurative diction? Is it sensory diction? So have those terms at the ready. Your tone vocabulary. You should have this all memorized. Mrs. D's giving me a dirty look right now because she's like, they know tone. But anyway, make sure you have those. Syntax terms. Some of you use them all year. Some of you shied away from them. You probably want to come up with a list of maybe 5 or 6 of those terms that come up pretty frequently. On that list, make sure you have examples and make sure you have definitions. So this is what an effective battle station will look like. You will have your terminology and your various lists and things spread out before you. And when you do all of this, I'm just going to show you how I would set this up, being the wannabe Jedi Master that I'm not. This is what it would look like. Here is the Peppy Battle Station. You got your tissues, you got all of your lists and all of your various things that you can refer to. Obviously your computer, pen, I'd have multiple, paper. And you can do these essays in one of 2 ways. You can type them, make them into a Word document, PDF, what have you, and submit it. I believe you're allowed to handwrite the essays and then take a photo of them and submit them that way. Well, these next 4 weeks or so are going to be time for you to decide exactly how you're going to do this. You need to get it right now. I am telling you, because they say that this test is open note, open book, open whatever, it's a trap. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get you to feel confident that you can do and use anything you want, but in 40 minutes with 5 minutes to submit, you will never have enough time if you have the attitude of open book. You need to figure out what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and you need to revise your strategies, revise your battle station, and change things throughout these next 3 to 4 weeks so that when you walk into that test, you have everything set up and ready. Some of you, anything less than a 5 is a failure. Make sure you take my advice with this. Others of you, you might say, man, I'm really glad we didn't get the poetry because the Q1 is just not something that I felt super confident with. And the multiple choice, I never had a real good time with that. So this is your chance to not just go for a 3 and get credit, but go for a 4, go for better. Every single one of you should be able to pass this test. And if you don't, I'm going to think that some of it has to do with these next couple of weeks of preparation. So I'll do my very best to get you ready and answer your questions and help you with anything you have. But this organizational thing, every time you sit down to write a Q2, you need to have this thing set up, okay? And you need to use it. And if you have things you don't need, get rid of them. If you have things that you need and don't have, add them in. But create this environment for yourself and succeed. All right. Talk to you guys later.